Well, good evening. Are you glad to be here? One of my favorite songs right here. It's a long and dusty road at my feet they are traveling on, and sometimes all the clouds are dark and low. Oh, but I've got to keep the faith and walk the straight and the narrow way to reach the place that I will call my home. For my home is just around the bend. I think about it now and then. Reunions by the millions everywhere. But the one that I so long to see is the one who bled and died for me. My home, a place I long to be. How many of you tonight are longing for that home? It won't be long. Now so many hold this old world so dear, but I am just a stranger here, just passing through on a temporary stay. But I'm looking forward to the time when all of heaven, it will be mine. I'll watch and pray, for it could be just any day. It could be today, folks. For my home is just around the bend. I think about it now and then. Reunions by the millions everywhere. But the one that I so long to see is the one who bled and died for me. My home, a place I long to be. For my home is just around the bend. I think about it now and then. Reunions by the millions, they're everywhere. But the one that I so long to see is the one who bled and died for me. My home, a place I long to be. For my home is just around the bend. I think about it now and then. My home, a place I long to be. Oh, my home, a place I long to be. For that's my home. Thank you so much. It's a joy for us to be here with you tonight. I need to turn this off before it plays another song. There we go. I apologize for my family. My girls aren't here with us tonight. When there's something else to do, when you got a 15 and a 12-year-old daughter that both have boyfriends in your church youth group, they're not coming with you. And I'll tell you tonight, there's a few times through the year that they're not with us, and we miss them when we're not because we don't know what to do when they're not here. And but we got help tonight. When we pulled up, and my wife says, "That looks like Bob Scott sitting in that van." And I looked, I said, it is Bob Scott. And my eyes got this big because I was so excited to see him tonight. And they're going to help us a little bit this evening. But we're going to share just a couple songs. We were sitting down there talking, and I looked over, and she says, "What are we going to sing?" And I said, "Well, I don't know." So we're kind of a little bit unorganized right now, but we're going to get something out here to sing. And then we're going to get Bob and Larry up here with us. And let's do this. And help us sing a couple songs tonight. Larry, number 3. Okay, appreciate Larry and Bob and Max setting up their sound. We don't have to. We can just leave right after church and get home a little bit early tonight.
We'll keep the keyboard.
You keep the keyboard. Hey, let me tell you a story real quick while he's getting that set.
Oh, no.
I don't play any instruments hard enough to play. As you can see, I can't even play a CD player. I have Larry doing it for me tonight. But I was so proud of myself. I was at work about 2 months ago, and I was at a customer's house, and she was getting ready to throw out a guitar, Larry. And it was a nice guitar. And she says, I said, what are you going to do with that guitar? She says, well, it was the acoustic part of it didn't work no more. And she says, it's not worth anything to me. I'm going to throw it away. And I said, you're not going to throw it away. I said, I'm going to take it. She goes, you want it? And I said, yes. She gave it to me. So I was sharing with our pastor who works on instruments, plays instruments, and he said, bring it to me and I'll fix it. So I took it to him, and he had it for about a month, and he said it needed a new pickup in it, and he couldn't find one. If I could find one, get it and give the guitar back to him, and he'd fix it. Well, he brought it to church on a Wednesday night, and the only Wednesday night this year that I had missed, he brought it and gave it to her to bring my wife to bring home to me. Well, she ended up giving it to somebody else at the church before I even got it back. So I have threatened her. I said, and it's funny you say that. I said, because the next time someone walks up to me and says they like your keyboard, I'm just going to give your keyboard away. So, but anyway, go ahead, Larry. We like this song here. It's one of the songs that the Booth Brothers recorded. Masterpiece of Mercy. I'll sing that third verse. He knew what I was when he made me. He saw the sinner I'd become. Yet he knew he had grace that could save me. His latest work of art had just begun. He started with an old dirty canvas. My sin left me tattered, bent, and marred. Then this artist turned his mind upon my sadness and began to wash away the blackest part. When all the stains were gone, he started painting with colors that I'd never seen before. Then with joy he was ready to display me, to show the world what the cross was for. A masterpiece of mercy, a miracle of grace. When the Master sees one hurting and wipes the pain away, the canvas of the artist becomes a holy place for a masterpiece of mercy, a miracle of grace.
Day just makes me want to go, but the artist hasn't stopped, he's still painting, and when he's finished he will take me home.
A miracle of grace, when the Master sees one hurting and wipes the pain away, the canvas of the artist becomes a holy place for a masterpiece of mercy, a miracle of grace. The canvas of the artist becomes a holy place for a masterpiece of mercy, a miracle of grace. Amen. Aren't you glad tonight for grace? I don't know about you, but I know where I would be tonight if it wasn't for the grace of God. It's an honor for us to be here. Larry, we'll just do number 1 here. We're going to share another one with you. Then I'm going to have Paula sing a song about grace for you. And then we're going to sing a couple more. Then we're going to get out of the way. Okay. And then we're going to get out of the way and let the fishermen sing a little bit. If Doug shows up.
Yeah, he shows up. We'll sing one with Doug.
There you go. Are you glad to see the fisherman quartet tonight? I don't know about you, but I tell you what, we were glad to see them when we pulled in tonight. So, but anyway, this is another old song. See if you remember this one. Aren't you glad tonight? How many of you remember that poem, Footprints in the Sand?
Yep.
This song here, every time I sing it, reminds me of that. It's called Pathway Built for Two. I'm glad tonight that no matter what happens in life, no matter how far away I get or how low I get, I'm glad that I can always turn around.
Amen.
My Savior is right there beside me, pick me up and carry me on His shoulders. This song is just simply entitled Pathway Built for Two. You were faithful, but I was prone to walk away. I was ungrateful, but you kept giving every day. Every step I took, I never had to look, for you were there. As I reminisced about this and the moments that we shared, there were mountains I could only climb by holding to your hand. Everywhere I know my fallen soul would go, you would help me rise again. And there's no mistaking, the best road I'm taking is a narrow avenue. I'll keep walking on the pathway built for two. I am trusting a promise that will never change, and I am resting with a love that will not fade away. I like this part. When He said to me He would never leave, He meant it for all time. There's a covenant between us. I am yours and you are mine. There's mountains I could only climb by holding to your hand. Everywhere I know my fallen soul would go, you would help me rise again. And there's no mistaking, the best road I'm taking is a narrow avenue. I'll keep walking on the pathway built for two. And He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own. And there's no mistaking, the best road I'm taking is a narrow avenue. I'll keep walking on the pathway built for two. I'll keep walking on the pathway built for two. I'll keep walking on the pathway built for two. Aren't you glad for that promise tonight? Bob, I told you I was going to let Paula sing and put Karen Peck to shame tonight. So I want you to listen to this song. This is a very special song to me. I told you a little bit earlier we sang about grace. I'm going to have Paula sing tonight. That's why they call it grace. Listen as she sings.
took a journey. I was trembling when I stood among the crowd. Some said, crucify him. Others mocked and laughed. Not one soul came forward to speak on his behalf. And I saw such compassion in his eyes. And then he said, the debt you owe will soon be covered. When the man of God is crucified, that's why they call it grace. That's why they call it mercy. And the tears ran down my face, for I was undeserving. The one called heaven's glory reached through time and space, took my debt and died there in my place. That's why they call, that's why they call it grace. Then I'm waking from my dream, and my mind began to race with one single act of love and one single drop of blood. Forever my sins were erased. That's what they call it grace. That's what they call it mercy. I will give him all my praise, though I'm still undeserving. The one called heaven's glory stretched through time and space, took my guilt and died there in my place. Oh, the one called heaven's glory stretched through time and space, took my guilt and died there in my place. That's why they call, yes, that's why they call, oh, that's why they call it grace,
That's why they call it grace. Wow, good job.
Good job.
Let me tell you something. Sorry, let me take, I didn't introduce who we were. I told you we were the Kapple family. This is my wife, Paula. Now, I tell this everywhere I go. When it comes to singing the high part in Southern gospel music, to me, there's nobody better
That's right.
than this Paula.
Stick to it, son.
She's, I also don't think she's the best, but I think she's the prettiest.
Hey.
And what else did you tell me to say? Nothing? Okay. Anyway, this is Paul and I'm Scott. We're the Kapple family. My two daughters aren't with us tonight, but Madison and Abigail, they're a handful. They're at Cedar Point today with our teen youth group, and we had this plan clear back in February, and they knew it, but they're still gone. So I guess, Bob, you know who wears the pants in the family. So we're going to sing one more with a CD. Then I'm going to have Paula go to the keyboard for just a couple minutes, and then we're going to get Bob and Larry to sing a couple with us. Then we're going to get out of the way and let y'all listen to some real good quartet music tonight at the Fisherman. So I'm going to ask you to play track number 3 and number 4. I'm not sure which song this is on there. I write track numbers and songs down on all my CDs, but half of them are backwards. And I'm surprised they still let me do it, because we do this every time. Usually when I do that one time, I always write on there. You don't know what?
We'll try 3 first?
Yeah, try 3 first. I don't think it's 3. I think it's 4, but we'll try it. That's it. Homecoming Day. Are you looking forward to that day? I know I am. I've got friends that I just can't wait to see. And I know one day soon I'm going to get to see them again. I know you're weary from the battle, but you never faltered by the way. There is a promise that will help you to go on. Soon it will be homecoming day, when the Father comes to take us home to stay. Homecoming day, when the waiting is over. Homecoming day, all these earthly trials are past. Heaven will be worth it all. Soon we will hear the call that tells us this is homecoming day.
We've had friends and loved ones cross the river, no longer here, they're now on heaven's shore. We're resting with the promise we'll meet again someday, when we hear the call to fly away. We'll unite with them on homecoming day. Homecoming day, when the waiting
There's a land that is fairer than day, and by faith we can see it afar. For the Father waits over the way to prepare us a dwelling place there in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore. To our bountiful Father above, we will offer our tribute of praise for the glorious gift of His love and the blessings that hallow our days in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore in the sweet by and by. We shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall meet on that beautiful shore. In the sweet by and by, we shall shall meet on that beautiful shore. We shall. Home is where the heart is, but my heart's on home. Though I never really had one to call my own, but I've been given her from Galilee, with interest paid, the title's made to me. Home, where there is no night. Home, where the sun is the light. A place I've been dreaming of so long. Loved ones stand to welcome me, but his sweet face will be the first I see. When my journey's over, I am going home. Everybody dreams of going home, it seems. Lately I'm no exception to the rule. Home is so much more than windows, walls, and doors. It's a warming place where a smiling face is waiting you. Home, where there is no night. Home, where the sun is the light. The place I've been dreaming of so long. Loved ones stand to welcome me, but his sweet face will be the first I see. When my journey's over, I am going home. Home, where there is no night. Home, where the sun is a light. The place I've been dreaming of so long. Loved ones stand to welcome me, but his sweet face will be the first I'll see. When my journey's over, I am going home. When my journey's over, I am going home.
Life is over. But if you're here tonight and you don't know him, that promise is not yours. Don't leave here tonight if you're not sure, because friend, you're not promised your next breath. You're not promised that you're even going to get out of here tonight and make it home. The only reason that we travel, and I know the reason that they travel, is for the same reason. We just want to tell somebody about Jesus.
Amen.
Listen to Paula as she sings this song called Haven. Called Haven.
I've journeyed a lifetime in search of that city, the haven of rest for my tired soul. By faith I can see it just over the horizon. From all I can tell, it sure looks like home. The winds of temptation will not blow against me. The rain of defeat won't beat on my face. I will not run for shelter. I'll be safe forever, for nothing can harm me there in that place. There's a haven called heaven, a place for the weary, where those with a burden can lay down their load. I will rest from my labor in the arms of my Savior, in that haven called heaven, at the end of the road. I will rest from my labor in the arms of my Savior, in that haven called heaven, at the end of the
How many of you can say tonight that God's been good to you? I'll tell you, folks, God's been good to my family.
Yes.
He's blessed us in ways that you can't even imagine. He really has. We're going to sing this last song for you. This song, Bob, you know this. This just tells you why we're here tonight. We just want to tell you tonight that God's been good to us.
Lately I've been looking back along this winding road to the old familiar markers of the mercies I have known. I know it may sound simple, like an old cliche. There's no better way to say it than to say God's been good in my life. I feel blessed beyond my wildest dreams when I go to sleep each night. Though I've had my share of hard times, I wouldn't trade them if I could. Through it all, God's been good.
Times replay and I can see that I've cried some bitter tears, but I felt his arms around me when I faced my greatest fears. You see, I've had more gains than losses, and I've known more joy than hurt as his mercy falls upon me undeserved. For God's been good in my life. I feel blessed beyond my wildest dreams when I go to sleep each night. And though I've had my share of hard times, I wouldn't trade them if I could. For through it all, God's been good.
For God has been my Father, my Savior, and my friend. His love is my beginning. His love will be my end. I could spend forever trying to tell you everything He is, but the best way that I can tell you is this: God's been good in our lives. I feel blessed beyond my wildest dreams when I go to sleep each night. Though I've had my share of hard times, I wouldn't trade them if I could. Through it all, through it all, God's been good.
Amen.
If you enjoyed Paula tonight, would you give her another hand? Thank you so much for having us. Now put your hands together and get ready for